think I'll get around to using these next week. Maybe not the flies, but definitely got to go fishing next week. What's up guys, Mainely Outdoors here. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name's Jesse. I make a lot of videos, as the channel name would suggest, pertaining to the outdoors. A lot of times I'm going out hunting or fishing and they end up being kind of a catch and cook format. So recently I've put out a 3-part series of the 2018 deer hunt, which is more of a deer hit. But anyway, so today I figured I would actually make that into a 4-part series, and I'm gonna go out and cook up a breakfast with that deer that we got. This will be the end of that 4-part series for sure. And so I'm gonna go find a nice spot to do that. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to go out and fish. I still kind of have to get my gear together before I do that, but I'm thinking next weekend I'll have the first fishing video. So I will see you guys when I get out to the spot.
Is there any way that you could sort of just soft me out so that like I don't know that I'm at work? In here, could I come home and think that I've been fishing all day?
The spring and the fall have always been one of my favorite times to be out on this island, just because the temperature is kind of nice, especially if you're active. The cool 40s is a good temperature to go out for a run or a hike, but also all the tourists aren't here yet, so every trail that I go out on isn't flooded with people. I mean, the summer's nice because it's warm, but that's usually when I go explore new areas. But this time of year, all the locals, as well as the fall, get the whole island to themselves. I always look forward to that every year. This is the first time that I've really gone out to the coast to do something for a long period of time, so I'm excited to see it again. Wonder, is it high or low tide? Well, it's right there, so we'll find out short enough, right? Okay, somehow I gotta get up that. Normally when it's low tide I can just walk around this and there's another spot I can climb over. So that'll be fun. This is definitely as good a spot as any. I mean, yeah, it's been too long since I've actually been out here. Some of the other videos I filmed, I was fishing over that way. That's where the cliffs drop off a whole lot more. And because I don't have a boat, it's really convenient, because although I had never really caught any big fish, I figure since the drop off is so steep that one would think that you have the opportunity to catch bigger fish, although I'm not experienced fishing on the ocean. So that's the learning process I'm going through. So hopefully this summer, I'll actually catch some nicer fish out there, and maybe have the right gear as well. That would be good. All right, let's get set up here. So I just brought my little simple stove. Had to go pick up some gas this morning. All right, so as far as the ingredients go, I mean, it's pretty simple. I'm just making a quick breakfast here before I have to go. So I just brought a red pepper, some onions, or a onion. And unfortunately, nothing special about the eggs. I went to go see if I could pick up some local eggs, but they were all out today, so I'm out of luck there. So of course some butter to cook it with, and some bread if I'm interested in making it a little more fancy. So this time around I did bring along a little cast iron skillet, so we'll get that on there, heat up. Put some butter in the pan, let that heat up. Good enough. Hey, look at this little guy. Hey, little salamander. Oh, don't go in the skillet. It's cute. There you go, buddy. And so also, because a lot of you guys are new here, so what I think I'm gonna do is actually do a Q&A session at one point. So just put some questions down below in the comments of this video. Anything that you guys wanna know about me, I'll try to answer, and I'll put as many as I can into the video without making it extremely long. But yeah, if you feel free to comment down below. You can also send me an email if there is a lot of comments, which there probably won't be that many. All right, that pan's probably not hot enough, but let's just get started caramelizing these onions a little bit. That'll take a while anyway, so it won't hurt to get them going now. All right, we'll let that go for a while. And in the meantime, I'll show you guys the meat that we ended up with. All right, so I've got those onions in the pan. So this is the meat that we ended up getting from the deer itself. And so unfortunately, because we hid it, you know, the meat should be hung for a while, and that's gonna help to tenderize it. And for some people, it gets rid of that gamey taste. But personally, I don't notice gamey taste, probably because I was raised off of eating deer meat like this. So you can see, this is just one of the cuts. We cut it up into what we call little minute steaks, because for breakfast, it fries up really fast. It's super easy. And also, for those of you who worry about cross-contamination, don't worry. I always bring some type of sterilization, whether that's pure Everclear, which definitely does the trick, or sometimes I just bring along a little bit of hand sanitizer if I'm working on different surfaces. So no need to worry about that. I definitely keep that in mind, especially with my career. Let's get back to cooking these. Well, as you can tell by all the rocks, it's taking a while for this pan to heat up. I think I'm just gonna go for it, as it's not even blazing hot whatsoever. That's unfortunate, but we're gonna cook it really nice and slow, I guess. Too bad I won't get that seared edge to it. We'll get there one way or another. That's unfortunate. Maybe I need to pick up a new stove, or I'm not really sure here. The flame's not burning as bright as it used to be. All right, well, that's taking forever. Turns out there's actually something wrong with the gas line itself of the stove. So it's actually not producing the biggest flame. I'm not really sure what the deal with that is, but you know, I just poured some coffee. I'll just play the long game. I'm not exactly sitting in the worst spot in the world to be waiting for breakfast. So, I mean, just check out the view. So I suppose I can wait for it. I mean, it's coming along. I've got it barricaded off just about every way I possibly can. Probably should have brought some tin foil, but you know, I'll just wait. Okay, so as it turned out, the butane actually wasn't quite connected, even though it thinks it tries to push it all the way in, but something was blocking it. So if I manually push it in, the flames are actually rising. Not playing the long game after all. Sweet. Such a simple fix. Guess I don't need this rock. Add some of my peppers. I can't believe that. I was so content with waiting, I didn't even bother trying to fix it on the spot. But this should be done in no time at this point. There we go. That's the sound I like to hear. Oh my gosh. Imagine that. Well, that was a simple fix. Sometimes. Now that the pan's actually hot, maybe I should use my sleeve. That turned out great. It's a good breakfast to me. That's more like it. Turned out pretty well. I still ended up kind of getting a crust on the bottom part, not the top, but you know, that is what it is. Oh, that turned out really good. I think I'm gonna have to use cast iron more often, assuming I can get the heat to work. Yeah. Oh. And let's see, what meal or what breakfast isn't complete without coffee? Yep. That's more like it. Anyone who hasn't tried deer steak, it's, in my mind, very good. I don't think it's a very gamey meat, and we didn't even hang this deer, so... For that, I mean, it turned out really well. I think this buck was also at a rut. It might have something to do with it. It's just a young buck, and young bucks are always more tender, so if you're not trophy hunting and you're going out for meat, you're better off to shoot a small one, honestly. The older they get, the tougher they are. Man, the waves are really crashing today. It's a nice day for it. This is the first time it's been sunny in like a week. Unfortunately, I would have gone fishing today, but I have I'm actually attending a conference later and giving a talk. So, can't do that today, but you know, that is just one day. There's plenty to do in the future. Like I was saying, next week I'm gonna go out and fish. No idea for what species, but I'm gonna go out and fish something. I mean, look at that, I can just cut it with my fork. Really pretty tender. I guess that's what happens when you hit the deer. So anyway guys, thank you all for joining. There's so many of you now, and so don't forget, if you really want to learn more about me, you can post a comment down below or send me an email, and eventually I'll be doing a Q&A. I don't know how many I'll do, but I don't anticipate it being past 30 minutes. That'd be a lot of questions. So thank you guys for watching. I know this series didn't turn out exactly as you anticipated, but we got a deer nonetheless, and I'm not going to let it go to waste. There's always next year, and you know, in the end, I still ended up getting some good meat. So if you guys enjoyed this, hit the like button. I really appreciate that. That helps out my channel a ton. If you want to follow along through the series, you can subscribe if you like, and I will see you guys next time.